Come on, you're doing surgery in 2020. How crazy is that? Hello beautiful souls, welcome back to my channel. I am Natural Mana, and on this channel I talk about health and beauty and lifestyle. Now today I'm going to be talking about something that is very dear to my heart, and that is, I can't believe I'm even saying this, but that's surgery. Like an actual surgery, guys. An actual surgery. Before I really dive in, I'm gonna tell you guys something about me. 1, I'm afraid of needles. 2, I'm afraid of the hospitals. And 3, if I'm afraid of hospitals, you know I'm afraid of surgery. And yes, I have been afraid of surgery for years, and it's really unbelievable that I'm speaking about this right now, but I'm here and I'm well, and I'm happy to share this information with you guys, and I hope that you will take some from it and I don't know, just be happy, you know, smile. And surgery is really a touchy topic to speak about, and it's a really scary topic, to be honest with you. And if you are not positive and strong about it, you may cause yourself to stress more than you need to. When you find out that you're going to be doing a surgery, please remain calm and be positive. And this is coming from someone who was not calm at all. I could not sleep. I could not sleep I found out that I was going to do the surgery in June, and I did the surgery July 29th of this year, 2020. I mean, come on, you're doing surgery in 2020. How crazy is that? But I was really, I lost a lot of sleep. I was very stressed about it, so I couldn't sleep. I kept shaking a lot, and I put myself through a lot more than I really needed to. I went through the surgery twice, not, you know, literally, but I went through the emotions and the struggles of having that surgery or having the surgery done before it was even done. And the whole time I could have really enjoyed my time. I was really weak about it, and it was only the last 2 weeks that I really started letting it go and start trusting God, and like, you know, because the whole time I was still praying for a miracle, that I wouldn't do the surgery, and that I would just ask to do another ultrasound, and that they would just say, oh my gosh, you are good, like it's a miracle. I was literally hoping for that moment, and that moment didn't happen. And I'm just telling you to be realistic, have faith, but don't. Sometimes God works in mysterious ways, and sometimes He helps us indirectly, and we're asking for direct answers, and it doesn't always work that way. And that's what happened to me. I was asking that I wouldn't have to do the surgery. I prayed so hard for that because I was so scared, but I did not know that I could. Well, I knew, but I didn't want to have to go through it. I wanted my body to stay the same way. I didn't want to have any scars. I didn't want the trauma of having to recover, like everything. I really did not want to go through that, and so that's why I didn't want to do the surgery. So my number one tip for you before you do your surgery is to be positive and to pray about it. Even if you're not a spiritual person and you believe in the universe, whatever you believe in, be positive and remain calm. Now, once you started doing that, just being calm, I would advise you, I would suggest that you do your own research. Ask your doctor what you should do before the surgery. Ask people who have been in, who have done that surgery before, and ask them what's the recovery like, so that you can kind of build your mind, have a mind frame around all of the recovery, what the process is really going to be like. Yes, do your own research, and even though I say to do your own research, do not merely rely on Google. Don't believe everything that you see on Google. Look for official, legit sources, and listen to your body. That should be my third tip, guys. Listen to your body. Your body is telling you a lot, and if you take the time to listen how you feel, you will definitely go through it, because stress is a silent killer. And if you put more stress on your body that you really need to, you start feeling depressed, and you feel the changes in your body as you start either losing weight or your organs overworking. You feel it. You get nauseous easily. You get really exhausted for nothing at all. So that's my third tip. I'm rambling. Am I rambling? So for you is to listen to your body. My fourth tip now is, if you have not started already, because at that time I was vegan and I had a lot of naysayers saying that, oh, you can't do surgery being a vegan and you're going to lose a lot of blood because you need to build your blood count. If you're vegan, there are lots of options for you. I'll do that in another video. But if you're vegan, don't listen to people saying that you're going to lose a lot of blood because you're vegan. You need to build your blood count, and that is my fourth tip. My fourth tip is you need to build your blood count. So what I did, I suffered from low blood count for years. That made me even more worried about the surgery, because I knew that I always have a history of anemia, low blood count, dizzy spells. I knew that, so I was really worried about that. And I just went all out 2 weeks before the surgery. I just started building my blood count. A few days before the surgery, I did it, and my blood count had gone high, and it was just amazing. And right there and then, I knew that God was just in my favor, and it was just wonderful. Before the surgery, you need to ensure that you have all your bills. How you're gonna be paying for your bills? Oh my gosh. Hospitalization is costly. Surgery is costly. I cannot begin to tell you how expensive my surgery was, but I believe you should have a strong support system. I believe you need to have people who are not negative around you, especially in that time. And you also need to not be negative, and you need to not bother yourself with unnecessary issues, unnecessary drama, because you don't want to put more stress on your organs, and you're already going to be having stress on them already, because now they're going to have to be working overtime because they have been shocked. So you definitely need to have a strong support system. Definitely, because you're gonna need support after the surgery. And here's the thing, a lot of people think that, oh, when you do the surgery, oh, that's it for you, everything is fine, high and dandy, and everything is really good. But no, to be honest with you, the real journey starts in recovery. The surgery was just something you never even felt while it was happening. You were completely gone. Like, I might be negative right now, but you were not aware of this. You didn't really go through it as much as you thought you had. The real deal is recovery. That's the real deal, and that's why it is so important to have a strong support system, positive friends and family. You need to have that strong support system prior to your surgery. During your surgery, you need praying people, you need prayer warriors. See, you need people who are going to be doing stuff for you, because after the surgery, you cannot do as much as you really thought you could. You can't walk. You're gonna have to learn how to walk, depending on the surgery that you've done. Because I did a myomectomy, I may just speak on that. But depending on the surgery that you have done, you may not be able to walk as you can, as you used to, and you may not be able to lift certain things anymore. You'll be on bed rest. So it is highly important that you have strong support system, and while you are healing, you need to not be stressed out. This goes without saying, and I guess this should have been my number one tip, but this goes without saying, and this is probably my fifth or sixth tip. This goes without saying, and that is drink lots of water. You need to have your blood flowing. You need to build up your blood. So drink a lot of water, eat a lot of fruits and dark leafy vegetables. You need to build your iron, you need a lot of vitamins within your body, lots of vitamins and minerals to help speed up the recovery and to also help blood loss during the surgery, to not shock your system that much, because if you're not healthy as you should, you can really have lots of complications. So you should even be doing this before you know that you had a surgery anyhow. No, you need to pack your hospital bag. Whatever you have to take to the hospital with you, you need to pack it, and you need to bring loose clothing, and you need to bring loose underwears. And I learned this while I was at the hospital, because you're not going to be bathing yourself or showering. You're unable to help yourself in that moment, and the nurses are going to be taking care of you. It's going to be really painful if you have on tight underwear, or it's going to be so hard and it's going to be tiring to put on a tight or take off a tight underwear. So you need to have loose clothing. I hope I'm making sense right here. When I had to do my surgery, a lot of persons said not to worry, not to fret. But I mean, how could you not worry? How could you not fret? So how did I need to tell you just be positive? But really, I know what it's like to be negative about the whole situation and how much strain it puts on you. And the moment I decided to be positive is the moment I felt free. The day before and the day of the surgery, I was listening to Nat King song, Smile, Smile. I was so at peace. The day of the surgery, you wouldn't believe I was the same person who was freaking out weeks in June. When I heard that I had to do the surgery, I was so weak. I couldn't eat, I couldn't sleep. And I'm telling you, the day of the surgery, I was dancing in my hospital room. Oh my gosh, I was so excited. And at that time, I knew that I was okay and my soul was okay with the Lord. I know in my heart of hearts that I was going to be well and that my surgery was going to be successful. So when they woke me up 3 times and they're like, your surgery was successful, I knew without a shadow of doubt, I knew that I was going to be okay. And that's what I want for you. It is very scary, but you are going to be okay. You're going to be okay. Okay. If it is that you live alone or you live with someone, please to purchase all your groceries before your surgery so that you can at least have a week, like 2 weeks supply of groceries, so someone could assist you, because you're not going to be able to do all of that. No drinking, guys. I don't drink, but don't drink. Don't smoke before your surgery. You want to go with a healthy body. You want to go with a clean body that can fight the bacteria that will be entering your system when it's open. You need that. And this is what I did not know was ever going to happen. This was my doctor telling me this, my surgeon telling me this, and his assistant. Before the surgery, for 12 hours, you are not to drink or eat anything. You're not to consume anything at all. You need to go on an empty stomach. Be prepared that after the surgery, you will also not be able to eat anything for 48 hours. Yeah, for a whole 48 hours or until the next day, and you still won't be able to eat anything. They may just give you something to drink. Yeah, so be prepared for that. So this is why it is important to eat well. Drink lots of fluid. This is why it's important that when your body finally goes without food, it can survive on its own, it can thrive. It is important to ask your doctor or your surgeon if you can take your supplements, because you don't want the interaction with your supplements and the drugs that they will be giving you, or the medication that they will be giving you. Do all of that, guys. But even though I tell you to research, do your own research, don't listen to the Google doctors, don't take everything, just read and pick out things that you think makes sense to you, that applies to you, because not everything on Google really applies to you, the individual. Take your tablet or your laptop to the hospital with you. Well, if you know it's a good hospital, you know that's not going to happen. But anyway, things do happen regardless of the hospital. It's not the hospital, it's the people, and you don't know people. You know what I'm saying? So don't take your valuables, your jewelry, your all of that. Remember, you're going to be unconscious for a while, so you don't want to be leaving your stuff in your room, and you don't know who's going to have access to your room. So don't take your valuables to the hospital with you. But your phone, yes, you're gonna need your phone, so take your phone with you because you need company. Well, you need company. So before the surgery, make sure you exercise, put in some energy, build your metabolism rate, build up your system, because after the surgery you will not be able to do much activities. Some hospitals don't require this, but some do. For me, I had already shaved because I had gone to the beach like 2 weeks before my surgery. So yeah, and when I went, they asked me if I shaved already, and I said yes, and they were like, good job. So some hospitals don't want you to do that, but some don't mind if you do it. Makes the process quicker and easier for them, anyhow, less work. But yeah, make sure you shave before, and don't wear any wigs or any. Just come as you are, just as you came in this world. No jewelry. I wouldn't even say nail polish either, nails. Don't. Just come as you are. You want everything to be good for your own health. And nothing needs health. So yeah. That's it for me. I hope you've learned I hope if you have surgery, I hope that everything goes well for you. I do trust that, because I know in that moment, I know what it was like, but I know I was at peace the day of my surgery, and I want you to have that peace. After the recovery, I don't know you, but whoever is going through a surgery and a recovery right now, I trust, I pray, and I hope that all will go well and your recovery will be speedy, because it's so important, guys. It's so important to have a speedy recovery. So important. And when you get that when you have your surgery done and you feel like you can walk, please do, because your muscles will seize on you, and it will cause a lot of problems if you don't try to move. Try to move when you can. Don't force it, because your muscle's not ready for it, but don't force it. Until then, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Let me know if this has helped you. Let me know if you have any more tips. Please comment down below. Share all the information you want with everyone. We're here to help each other. Until next time, bye, beautiful souls.